she's ghastly. Toxic Meghan in hellish trouble as Piers Morgan debunks all her creepiest secrets. Piers Morgan has squashed claims that he criticises Meghan Markle because he fancies her. Piers Morgan, 56, shut down those who say he criticises Meghan Markle so often because he must fancy her, or because he's racist, sexist and his comments are damaging to her mental health. Piers took his rage to Twitter on Sunday afternoon. He claimed, in view of his 7.9 million followers, "It's amusing how my legitimate criticism of someone like the ghastly Ms Markle is automatically categorised by the woke brigade as A, racist B, sexist C, damaging to her mental health or D, because I must fancy her. In fact, it's just because she's ghastly. I don't hate Meghan Markle. I just hate the damage she and her drippy doormat husband are doing to the royal family and monarchy with their constant unsubstantiated smears and attacks, whilst hypocritically exploiting their royal titles for huge financial gain." The journalist also responded to a user who said, "I think Andrew has done more damage, don't you?" To which Piers simply said, "Yes." As is often the case, Piers' tweets divided users, with some echoing his sentiment while others jumped to the Duchess' defense. Ciela said, "Indeed she is." Florida echoed, "Well put, Piers, I'm sure loads more carry the same opinion." Whereas Edward hit back, "What you never acknowledge is the criticism is value, but the obsession, ever since she ghosted you, is what's creepy." And Andy raged, "You're pretty ghastly at Piers Morgan, but I don't keep on about it. Actually, I do, but I don't have the audience you have. Less is sometimes more, still keeps you in the public eye, eh?" Piers' rant came after author Caitlin Moran reposted Sinead O'Connor's rejection email to the presenter about appearing on his new talk show, Uncensored. The More Than a Woman writer shared a screenshot of the email and said, "Pretty sure there are dozens of celebrities who would line up to do this one at the next Letters Live." Sinead revealed Piers invited her onto his show following the tragic death of her son, Shane. The singer tweeted on Saturday, "Piers Morgan's been trying to get me on his breakfast show since Shaney died. Here's what I emailed him in response, hopefully you'll chortle your tea out your nose." The email read, "Hi Piers, I think it's best I don't do your show because of the irresistible temptation. I would have to point out that you're dying to be BS deep in Meghan Markle so bad it's driven you crazy. And that your dislike of Prince Harry is down to his being BS deep in her 10 times a day. It being the case that if you were ever to get near her, which would never happen, you'd last 10 seconds, and that would be that for 10 days. Piers seemed to be amused by the email and retweeted her, adding, "Hi Sinead, a delight to hear from you, and I did indeed chortle my tea out of my nose. 3 things. A. I haven't hosted a breakfast show for a year. B. I actually fancy you, not Meghan. Think it's the G.I. Jane hair thing. C. I was so sorry about your son. Hope you're okay." Earlier, Duchess of Sussex Meghan Markle recently announced the name of her new podcast with Spotify, drawing fresh attack from Piers Morgan. The former Good Morning Britain presenter also mocked the new podcast titled Archetypes and called the Duchess Princess Pinocchio. Piers Morgan took to Twitter to mock Meghan's podcast and slam her. He retweeted the article Meghan Markle's first Spotify podcast to explore labels that hold women back, shared by royal expert Chris Shipp, with crying laughing emoticons, saying, "Is Princess Pinocchio one of them?" Meghan Markle's first exclusive podcast series under multi-million deal with Spotify will be launched this summer. In the trailer of the podcast, the Duchess of Sussex says, "This is how we talk about women, the words that raise our girls, and how the media reflects women back to us. But where do these stereotypes come from? And how do they keep showing up and defining our lives?"